Und die Toolbox, die hatten wir gemacht. Ja. Was hat man da? Precinct 57, the operator greets you through the static. How may I assist you? As this firewalker, reconnect me to the 41st. She sighs. Right, please hold. 10-4, come in. He hesitates. Firewalker. Over. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. Okay. 10-4. Sir, I hear you. Relay your question. Over. Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. What's there to think about? You're going to be looking at a straight jacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone. 10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question. The radio operator inquires again. Hold on, are you alone in the room? I need some confidential information about myself. That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. Any news about my family? Excuse me, sir. Over. You probably don't want to continue on this road. Okay. Nothing. Never mind. I wanted to know if you got my badge's description right in your report. Could you read it to me? Name, rank, date of birth. What? What is it? He's still on the line? He wants to verify the information on his badge. But of course it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revacolian Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time. What do you need, sir? Over. Please refer to me with my full name in the future. 10-9, repeat message. Didn't get that, sir. Say my name. Sir, I will not have you talk to me in this manner. Over. Please just say my name, Jules. Or Jules. What is it? What can he possibly still want from us? He seems intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name. Once drunk and emotionally aggressive, that's new. Wrap it up, don't indulge in his drunken antics. Have I ever told you about my life before the Elysium? 10-4. Well, that's a... Does he actually want something, or is he hell-bent on disrupting our work? He asked if he ever told me about his days before joining the RCM. For God's sake, cut this shit out. Tell him to stop wasting time and be a goddamn policeman for a change. Sir, Satellite Officer Vic Mayer says, I heard him. Yeah, let's wrap this up. That's all for now. Okay, pick up the radio. I need you to connect me to a civilian, Sylvie. She may have reported a murder. Of course. What is the number, officer? Kim, didn't God give you Sylvie's number? Yes, hold on. Lieutenant takes a look at his notes. Her number is blah 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 blah. Received. Hold on, officer. Start slapping a marching rhythm on your thighs. Give it a minute. She might be busy at the moment. Take a bit to get to the phone. Just wait. Relax. Officer, she finally returns. I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? A female voice greets you through static. It sounds like she's a million miles away from here. So I believe we've met before. This is me, a detective from the Whirling and Reacts. Oh, right. She recognizes your voice almost immediately. Hello, officer. What can I do for you? You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. Have you seen my badge? Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law. My badge is missing. Have you seen it anywhere? Oh, no, I haven't. Sorry. Real policemen have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours? Kim doesn't have a uniform, and he seems real to me. He's in plain clothes, voluntarily. It's different from not knowing where your uniform is. There are officers who wear the signature Perseus black uniforms to the highest ranks in RCM and end up buried in them as well. Others do it more casually. Looks like you're one of them. Have you seen my policeman uniform? Uniform? I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things. Somewhere in a dank rental apartment, 2 police officers stand in the dark. Trash and liquor bottles cover the floor. Things are not good. One of the men, trying not to slip on old newspapers, makes his way to the window and pulls the curtains apart. Roaches scatter as the light comes in. God damn, Officer Michael Elfboy Williams speaks to himself. His partner, Sundance Fisher, looks at the patrol uniform he's wearing. Then at an identical suit framed on the wall. It's blue and coiled in dust. Let's get the fuck out of here, he turns to Williams. He hasn't been here in days. Have you seen my gun? Please, no. No, was mit dem Licht? Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective. She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun. When did it happen? You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and she stopped hesitantly, not sure if she should continue. And what? What did I do? You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you. And then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic. Some poor sod was trying to eat his pudding while you were screaming, spit flying, imitating the mercy shot right next to him. Spat some in his food. I don't think he touched it after. Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world. I would love to stay. There's silence on the other end of the line. Okay, I don't know what to say. Me neither. I should have killed myself. No, please, no more suicide threats. Thank God you don't have that stupid gun anymore. Yes, but what happened to my gun? No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead. Saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask. She sighs. You quit your job at the Whirling. Why? You mean, why I did leave the bar? Why did I leave the bar? You can hear her tense up on the other side. Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing it with me? The static waivers. Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone. Get away from whom? You know whom. You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words? Don't be paranoid, she's obviously talking about someone else, not you. You mean me? You needed to get away from me? I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay? Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work? Maybe, I don't know. She seems to relax a little bit. I just know I have to take some time off right now. Was it you who called the police? No, not me. But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse behind your workplace bother you? What? Of course it bothered me, but I thought the union already knew about the corpse. I meant us. You should have called the police. No one calls the police. You can hear her adjust the receiver in her hand. The union would get angry. What do you mean by that? No, she seems to be looking for words. What the union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here. Garbage. I am the authority around here. Okay. She obviously doesn't want to challenge your authority. You feel much better now. Tell me, why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us? I didn't want to get in trouble with the others. Push her further, show her the error of her ways. No, don't push her. It sounds as if she's about to cry. What others? The other people who live around here, the local people. I didn't want trouble. The voice is resigned and weak. Okay, I understand. You don't live here, you don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the union. Internally. Yeah, static. Her chin rub against the receiver. Then, please, I just didn't want any trouble. I see. Don't worry about it. I understand. You do? She sounds relieved. What else can I do for you? Do you know who made that call? No, sorry, I don't. She clears her throat. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the union's phone or the one on the coast. It was someone else. The lieutenant makes a note. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while. Okay, next question. Yeah, go on. I think I got everything I need. Thanks. I do hope so. Please don't call me again. Bye. She's ready to hang up. Wait, why does she seem angry with you? 92%. -1 said you are the authority, but... Good. Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there. Wait, before you go, you're mad at me, right? Tell me, what did I do? I can't remember anything. I'm not mad, it's just the static sighs again. We were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the square thing happened. It just made me want to quit. What square thing? The stuffed bird. The great skewer. You threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird!" and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. Which bird got what was coming to her? Okay, officer. The voice is withdrawing as if she's moving away from the speaker. Crackling static. More static, and yes, more of that sweet static. The violence of your words is obviously scaring her. Oh no. Willkommen. So you're telling me that I was the one who made you want to quit? Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever had. And I've seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... She pauses. Go on, I want to know what I did. Well, you were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things, like not turning down the volume at 3 AM. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening on repeat. No more. I hate it now. Oh, hold on, which song? We go on by the... Oh. She says, I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. Sorry about the song. To hell with that song. Then there was your room, your project, an experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then you screamed something about how you're actually a real cool guy and no one understands it. One of the coolest guys there is. The coolest guy in jam rock. Something about disco too. I'm sorry. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. Wait, police documents? The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet. What happened to them? Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do. Resentment gives way to concern in her voice. Especially when there's a hurricane loose, it's your fault for losing them, not mine. Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away. Geht. Im Moment wird ein bisschen Probleme mit dem Schlaf und Zeug. Aber ansonsten alles andere ist eigentlich ganz in Ordnung. Und selbst, wie geht's dir so? Okay, I get it. I wasn't a very good tenant. No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. I'm truly sorry for everything, Sylvie. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. What else did I sing beside the oh? I'm looking for a song. Oh, all sorts of things. Some disco, rock too. So much disco and rock. Was I singing The Smallest Church in Zen? Yes, that's the one you liked to sing along to the most. The later it got, the more that one came on. Interesting, you still have to find a copy though, before you can blast it. Alright, thank you for talking with me. Take care. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio. Wordless, the call breaks. Then the already familiar voice. Okay. Ja, Schlaf. Wird schon. Irgendwann wird's wieder. The bottles inside, you could pick them up if you had a bag. Röde sein Giselen. Achtbe. Mail collection box. This post l'aventurier. Mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. Closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front. A faint sticker on the side reads RCM Emergencies Desk number 8102 with the slogan Mankind be vigilant. Fuck you, mail delivery box. There's a hollow sand ring as you kick the L'Aventurier mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts. Fuck! Cool. The lieutenant nods approvingly. You really showed that mail collection box. Your toe... You think so? You think it was cool? I don't. Let's go. You must see the box as the weaker of the two, and you as a bully, something he doesn't stand for. Good mail delivery box. Mail collection box has no faith in your psychopathic manipulations. Okay. Book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man, surrounded by flames. There's a book about pate. This book you don't really understand what it's about, nor does it seem important. It takes willpower to even read the author's name, Jan Kaus from Igornia. A book about Biodero culture if it promotes freedom and roaming upstream. A book about a future the government reads your mind using radio technology. Huh. Okay.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
A young girl with chubby red cheeks waves at you, smiling. Her nose is also red from the cold. I am the law.
No, sir.
She stomps her feet to feel warmer.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
What kind of store is this anyway?
It's a bookstore, sir. We sell books, postcards, and some board games. It's called Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold your horses, little kid. What is a book?
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
Klingt kompliziert. What's a postcard?
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
She's unfazed by your questions. She would consider it impolite to point out any perceived weirdness. What's a board game?
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time. There are several different ones, but sailors here mostly buy cards.
Interesting. Thanks.
My pleasure. Anything else you'd like to know?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What is your name? My name is Annette, sir. My mom, her name is Pleasance. She owns the store. She's inside minding the register or organizing the stock. Girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide, as if recording something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. And you're standing out here in the cold because... I'm signaling that the store is open, she nods eagerly. Otherwise people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance and biographies of famous people. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold. You're cold. Can I help in some way? Kind of you to offer, sir. She doesn't know what else to say. What could you do to help her anyway? I could help by brutally dismantling the free market. Thank you, sir. I'm glad to help Mom out with the store. She doesn't seem to understand what you said. Shouldn't you be at school or something? I do my studies at home at the moment. I have to help Mom keep this place running. What is school anyway? School? She rubs her red chilled nose. Well, mine is a big yellow building on Boogie Street, and the people there run it. They say it's a charity. School is stupid. You're lucky not to be there. Mom says it's necessary to do both, because it builds character. Mom says proper work is dutiful. That's how you get ahead in life. You succeed. There's stress and unease behind these words. She's reciting etiquette. How's the business going? Mom says it's peachy. She was a little afraid at first. There's talk about this house being... She looks over her shoulder. Cursed. Behind her, the window has been boarded up. You sense the boards creaking, twisting for a second, and some kind of doubt in her tense shoulders. Cursed in what way? Cursed in a way that makes them say that no business has ever really thrived here, sir. That they all go... She's looking for the right word. Ass up? She blushes. I wouldn't really say it like that, but I guess so. This sounds rather serious. I should probably look into this. Narrow your eyes and look through the creaking boards on the window. We can go into the bookstore and ask about the case, but I don't see much more to look into here. The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. Yes, she chirps. Please to look at our wares inside. The postcards and board games you asked about are also there, sir. How does this curse manifest itself? It does not manifest itself in any way. It does not exist. I liked it better when we were talking about whether it's appropriate to stand out in the freezing weather. But Kim, the plasmic manifestations. No such thing. The lieutenant stands at your side, stern and serious. The girl looks back and forth between you two. Anything else you wanted to talk about, sir? What do you know about the other failed businesses? Nothing really, sir. Mom doesn't allow me to sneak around in the back rooms or the cellar. She looks a bit disappointed. I don't really know what's there. Enough about the curse. For now. Annette looks at your shaved, prickly chin. It distinctly contrasts with the oily mutton chops that surround it. Maybe I can tell you about some of our books instead. What is this crime business? Crime fictions about murders or burglaries or things like that. And the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals. Why not crime fiction? I need to know what crime is. She doesn't know what to say. It's that bad. Point to your head. Crime is a deviation from the law punishable by either a civil or criminal sentencing. It's what the law prevents. Why would anyone want to read about crime? It's exciting to people, I guess. They get to imagine dangerous things, and it's kind of like a puzzle, where you can guess who the criminal is or how the good guys are going to catch him. I'm a policeman myself, by the way. The law, as I said. You don't look much like a policeman. She examines you, as if to find something policeman-like. Okay, then maybe I'm not a policeman. Or should stop being one. Oh yeah. Didn't mean to offend, sir. Sorry, sir. It's just that you don't look like Dick Mullen. She points to a book cover on which you see a strapping Vespertine officer. He stands grimly over the body of a dead woman. It's not your body that's important in police work anyway. It's your head, yes. No, it's your soul, your blue soul. No, your mind. So, that Mullen guy looks like a Hampelmann. Could respect that face. It's not even drawn correctly. He lacks soul. She examines the illustration of Dick Mullen, attempting to find his soul. I'm not sure I understand. A policeman's gotta have the right stuff. An ingrained sense of the law. No one would follow a weakling like Mullen. If you say so, sir. She smiles mischievously. He's just a fictional character. He's no match for your soul. Maybe you can show me some real police work, sir. The cover image of Dick Mullen seems to stare at you with harsh disapproval, like in the books. Okay, I'm going to do something now. The girl keeps her hands folded, hidden. Why is that? Hey, why do you keep your hands folded? What do you mean, sir? She looks wary. She knows where this is going. You don't need to be worried. I'm here to help. She looks around anxiously. Her hands remain folded in front of her. She doesn't want to show them. The lieutenant stands by, looking at the two of you with little interest. A facade of true professionalism. He is far more intrigued by the situation than his poise reveals. It's okay. She brings out her reddened hands. Her nails are frayed, nearly chewed down to the flesh. You bite your nails. And you knew this from me keeping my hands folded. She shoots you a suspicious glance. It's super simple for a detective such as myself. Well, that proves nothing. Anyone could do an easy deduction like that. Her eyes flashed with defiance. She's not impressed. She actually is impressed, so this is more like a defensive reflex. One more. Bet I can figure out why you bite your nails. I got a few reasons in my mind. She nods, half provocative, half enthusiastic. Miss Chewed on nails means you're recycling your body material. You're uptight because of your mother and the pressure she's putting on you. Dismay flickers in her eyes. Maybe so, sir, she sighs. Okay, no, it's a bad habit and I shouldn't. Either way, another ace deduction by the #1 detective in town. It was okay, sir. You still got a rebellious streak. There's more that can be achieved here. Ask her to do the same. You think so? Fine, do better to do something about me. You're quite sober, she snaps back quickly. The lieutenant does not flinch at the comment. He does not flinch even a single bit. He's intensely not flinching. It takes effort. I'm also sad and my head hurts. I'm sorry, sir. She looks you in the eye, sympathy gleaming in her face. I hope things get better soon. There she stands, swaying on her feet, assaulted by the early spring breeze. She smiles at you. The whole situation suddenly feels familiar somehow. What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before. Hang on, so you know me? We've met before? Yes, I stand in this spot all the time. She sways back and forth on her feet. You've been running around for several days, talking about small churches and how everyone betrayed you, sir. Did I ever talk to you? Of course, you stopped by a few times. She looks at you intently. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you. Thanks, I'm trying. Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore. Lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something. Party eyes. Yes, of course, that makes sense. I'm not surprised children have seen you running around with party eyes on, he thinks. Not at all. Party eyes? You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. She giggles at the thought. It certainly looks odd on a man. The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too. Fuck yeah, you should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy. Does it mean I've been partaking in narcotics? Oh, baby, that's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? I didn't know I had to do that. She looks puzzled. Thanks, I've learned something about myself today. I'm glad I could help you, sir. She smiles, a wide, helpful smile. What is romance? It's the type of book where there's a rich lady and she has to choose between the good man and the bad man. She smiles at the thought, perhaps imagining herself in that situation. Or there could be a story about a poor lady getting a rich man. It's about man and lady business, sir. What about a poor man getting a rich lady? It happens, but usually the guy gets rich in the process, or should actually be rich himself, but has lost his family property unjustly, like during the revolution or something. I see. Those are unhappy books for most of the pages. People sad about what they have lost, but then it all turns out just fine in the end. What about when both of the men are bad? These are not very common. You can't have a choice between bad and bad. Nobody wants to read a story like that. What if it's written really well? Well, maybe then it's fine. Maybe if the lady then decides not to pick either, because she doesn't need a bad man, yes, that would be interesting. What about when everyone is poor? That's not a proper romance story. That's more like everyday life. Yeah, poor people are boring. I guess, yes. People in books are always very interesting. Especially the romance people. What about a book where the man and lady business doesn't work out at all? I haven't read many of those. Maybe you should ask Mom. Yeah, you think she has one about an excruciatingly painful breakup? I don't think it's a romance story if the main characters break up, though. She pauses, trying to figure out the appropriate answer. No, think about it. One where they plunge in a torrid spiral of pain and recrimination. Or only it's really long and drawn out. Scared, scarred for life, phantom limb. No, I don't know. She looks at you with puzzlement. Doesn't ring a bell? Well, alright, I'll ask your mom. Yes, she nods relieved. She knows books, definitely. You clearly have issues you need to address. There's enough romance for me, I had other questions. Well, these famous people. Oh, kings and queens and generals of old. Or artists and writers, or musicians, those kinds of people. There's usually something extraordinary about them. He scratches a cold, reddened cheek, then continues. I think that's why people read them, to find the secrets of their fame. Can I become famous by reading one of those books? I don't know about that, but I imagine life is great when you're famous. Fame sounds delicious. Maybe someone will write a book about me one day. Why would they do that, sir? Because I'll be a superstar cop in the papers and everything. That'll show 'em. That's so cool. Maybe they'll make your book cover picture and everything, standing over a dead body, holding a gun. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. As a turn, a bright light catches your eye, making you squint. Where's it coming from? From a distant sunset, stage light, flash photography, nowhere in particular. It's just what superstar law officers do. They squint at lights, and they solve shit. Yeah, that's me. I've been establishing my superstardom hard lately. Yeah, you have. You're big dick cop, Dick Mullen. Salam Rocky Bye, badass on the edge disco cop. Time to recede into a ludicrous fantasy world. Here we go. Camera, lights. Action. With a sudden flash, the world freezes around you and you along with it. An iconic monochrome solution, a black silhouette against a rasterized orange world. It's on. Some kind of superstar. -2 Logik. Uff. Okay, wo sind wir beim Hobocop? Dauert noch ein bisschen. Hobocop. So, wo ist denn jetzt die Leiche eigentlich? Zaun. Mustard. Electronic doorbell. An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. Main Hall. Andrew Orlando. Here is boxing for youth. 24-hour window. Emma's fashion atelier. Taxi. The rest has been burned off. Slipstream. Fortress accident. Rivercal Ice City. Main hall. Building rolling in rags. Easter the pinball. Empty card. Okay, gucken wir uns später an. You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Oof. Why am I looking at this? Cop habit. You look at everything. What kind of vehicle drove through here? Hard to say, your vision is blurred and you are having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover. Reconstruct. Yeah. Okay. Leiche. Da ist er. Letter R wears a crown on the ribbon below, a light above descending. Was machst denn du da?
Kono's got this!
What? The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12.
Oh yeah, never could be Kuno.
No, wer ist denn das? Wo, was? A moment of your time, please.
Can't talk, pig! She's coming up strong! Throwing rocks!
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what the juicy shit is all about. Juicy what now? I mean, drugs. That kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kono's riding it, see?
He wipes sweat from his brow and sends another rock flying.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kono know what a rake is? Kono's not a gardener!
Oh! Kid, you wanna hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no! Kono doesn't buy that shit! Fucking entrapment shit!
Fast. This kid has got street smarts. Our kid's siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us f***s, Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Look, I have questions for you.
Alright! Entertain the Kono! Show me what you got! What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got!
The kid moves his hands like a basketball player dribbling fast. I gotta ask, who is Kuno? Kuno's Kuno pig! The boy points to his chest with both thumbs. So you refer to yourself in the third person? The fuck are you calling a third person? Kuno's the fucking first person! He looks slightly confused, but proud he came up with that retort. But right as he is getting distracted, you're here. A malevolent hiss from behind the fence. Watch out, Kuno! He's trying to fiddle you! He's gonna put his hands on you! The thing behind the fence starts squealing, shrill and violent like a fire alarm. The sound gets louder as the child shouts at the windows overlooking the yard. Help! Pig's got Kuno! Help! Rape! Help! The boy joins in. He's got the Kuno! Help! Everyone can hear. You need to get the hell out of here before. Just answer the questions. Help! He's digging his dick out! Escalate, Kuno! His dick is out! You're afraid! Pigs are hurting Kuno! Somebody please! It's full blast now. The wind carries the message far and wide across Martinez. Shut him down. Yes! Fick dich, Kuno! Thump! The blow connects surprisingly well, leaving your knuckles tingling. But what the fuck? The disoriented 12-year-old is trying to get his bearings. Who's doing a sick charade now? You are, officer. The lieutenant breaks the silence. Get yourself together. For heaven's sake, he thinks the thing has gone too far. Don't make it worse, just get back to questioning the kid. Okay, pig! He's no longer wearing his demonic grin. Something happened. The punch made him calmer. If this act was about trying to establish dominance over you, it's safe to say things didn't go as he'd planned. Kuno knows to respect that violent shit. You should see Kuno's dad. Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything, he declares with pride. The creature behind the fence has fallen ominously silent. Only her eyes are alive, jumping from actor to actor. Okay, pig. Talk to Kuno. We're back in his shit. He brushes the dirt off his pants. The fuck do you want? You respect me now? You're dreaming, pig. That's not how the ship works. A little, but don't expect anything to change. Don't let him, dominate you, Kuno. Fuck his fat ass. Figure out what's going on with this kid. Yes. It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Interesting. Oh. Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life. Like she's done something. Something very bad. She came up with that psychopathic scheme of screaming for help before. Kuno just wanted to talk to you about his name. Kuno S was the one who wound him up and directed him. All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone. Act on it, try and separate them. Kuno. Fuck you whispering about, he whispered. Fuck you whispering about, he whispers back. He's whispering too, he's going with it, but watch what happens. Fuck you faggots, whispering about. Ist das Wort ernsthaft so schlimm, dass sie das selbst in so einem Spiel zensieren müssen? If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? He turns back to you and hunkers down. Let's whisper, pig. This is it, you've got him, but be careful, you can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary. I don't know. Yeah, crazy? He whispers tensely. You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy, she's insane. Dangerous. She smoked a man. She stung people in. Probably even pigs. Stop talking to him! Kino, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit! She understands what you're trying to do. Yo, see! He pops his head up. Did Kuno not tell you? Kuno told you. Kuno talks to whoever he was. He hunches down again. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control. You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips. What do you mean she smoked someone? Couldn't mean she killed someone. That's right, she's a killer. He stares at you intently. Like actually a killer. His little green eyes are fixed on you. Serious about this killing business? Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about it in the 488. She'd probably kill a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Okay, how many cops has she killed then? Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitty. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like, yeah? He feels eyes on the back of his head and stops. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There's something searching in her eyes. What's the language she uses? Napakimpi? Faggery? Fuck knows. She says it's a song of her people or some shit. What people? Crazy people? Fucking neckies? I don't know. Some things are too awful to dwell on. The neckies and ronkeries might be some kind of defense mechanism. Is she a sister? Fuck no. She's not my sister. She's just a stray who got here. Like a mad dog or some shit. Stray? Yeah, she was just there. He points at the apartment building behind the fence. What was that, Kuno? The little one twists her neck, looking at the building. Kuno flinches, then lowers his voice even more. She was in a hallway, dripping wet, by a fucking shoe rack in the dark. Why was she dripping wet? Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner. Every time Kuno went out. You said she got in. How? I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk on a pile of clothes, like a dog. What about your parents? Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Oh, thinks it's fucking Kuno. He points at himself. Shit's all on Kuno. Kuno is two of a kind. Why is she called Kuno S then? Cause she fucking looks like Kuno. You don't know her name? No one knows her name. Kuno calls her C. You think she has anything to do with the dead man? Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno. Where were you? Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it. You said she's insane. Yes, she's psycho. Leans in even closer. No, of that kitty psycho, cat burning shit, and she does the real deal. What's the real deal? Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know. How are you dealing with all of this? How's Kuno dealing? Kuno seems just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. She doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit on control. He spits through the gap in his front teeth. Back up. I'm here for you. Listen. He points to his eyes, then yours. She is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with Shay, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her, you threaten to take her away. This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now. The boy looks you in the eye, black pupils trying to focus. I am going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later and fuck you up. You understand? I can respect that. Alright. He wipes the sweat off his brow. Now we can do business. Business? Yeah, what you want? Can hook you up with... He starts no longer whispering. Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno! See, relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno. He turns back to you. You get all kinds of shit. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics. If you're on a little errand for Kuno, get you hooked, pig. Get his hook on in you. Then Kuno gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big star, pig hooker. Shit, you can't even fuck back in Kuno's kingdom. That fucking pie of eternite. He points to the back of the yard. It's a secret door, okay? Just put it off and you can fuck into Kuno's shack. Concludes the invitation with a benevolent nod. He meets the shack to the right of the greenhouse, with snow melting on the roof. Okay. The body. What do you know about it? Shit, old pig, what's your question? Don't tell pig shit, Kuno! This is where you quickly ask him questions. Real cop questions. Like a cop. Do you know who he is? Kuno fuck gimp. He picks up a rock. Kuno used the fuck gimp for target practice. Could have just said he doesn't know. You could have just said you don't know. Kuno knows shit. Kuno's not a snitch, that's all. He shakes his head, clearly offended. Trying to make Kuno sing into the poo-poo phone. Popo phone. Do you know how it got up there? Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down. So it didn't see it happen. See it happening. You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revercore. He puffs himself up. Kuno wasn't regional. Oh, okay. Where did you go then? I don't know. Some fucking... He looks around, trying to come up with something. Mask, or I don't know, some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City. Where is Night City? Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. He draws snot up his nose. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp. If that's what you meant. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? Just a couple of pigs sniffing about around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious for Kuno. Yeah, you tell the faggery, Kuno. Months later. Right now, let's talk about something else. You're testing Kuno's patience here. Get lost, faggot! About a criminal scene. Your kids often play in his yard. Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. Fuck do you want with it? I might have questions later. For now, let's talk about something else. Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit. Spits over his shoulder, then looks back up at you. What was there about running you an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno? Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major supplies. His eyes bulge, the veins reach out like tree branches. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now Chunky's clawing at Kuno's door. Street's going mad. Kuno's gotta throw his dirty popo man at it. Okay. Dirty popo man is you. He nods at the building behind him. And there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and spade. If you can't take him, you can have half his spade. Who's your dad, Kuno? Kuno's dad is a fucking monster, he says proudly. He's the most violent man in Revercore. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too. Are you sure you can take the most violent man in Revercore? In your condition? How much material are we talking about? Like half, he says very confidently. Half of what? A baggie, but like in his wire. But there's not very much material at all. Fuck you talking about? Half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it. You can barely see it because there's barely any. Visual calculus. I've made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's going to happen. Okay, Kuno's listening. Okay, I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revercore. Das nehme ich mal, weil ich nehme an, damit das beeindruckt ihn am meisten. Wenn überhaupt. Sure, whatever. If you survive, make sure to bring that shit back to Kuno. Kuno's almost out. You wouldn't like the Kuno when he's out. Kuno's violent dad's got Kuno's key, so you need to fuck your way in there. Go to the PSI, bang on the door till the cleaning gimp lets you in. That's how Kuno does it. Then you go to room 12, number 12, and kick down the door. Police violence style. That's what Kuno does. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckhead. Split a kilo with Kuno. That's it, he concludes. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit. What the hell are you signing us up for here? I'm a bad addict cop, but I'm going to get my fix. Did you know I don't like bad addict cops? He stares at you over his glasses. Almost no one in the RCM does. Okay, I'm off. Könnt doesn't fucking care. Smells like spoiled meat and curled diary. A human being decomposes. Wo ist denn Kuno? Ach, da.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some questions.
I'm going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me.
Murder was the case they gave me.
She has almost vanished behind the fence. Only the top of her head remains.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, konstruktiver. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing, eh? Get the fuck out of here!
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
Hey, kid.
What is this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face! You got something? Talk to me!
So it's a girl. Interesting.
I'll die before I squeal, pig.
You're there behind the
You
fence.
don't want to fuck with me. I got my hands bloody. I'm not here, pig. You're not seeing this.
You can still see the top of her head from behind the fence. Okay. This kid's ladder is rickety, but still climbable. Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Get him right in the dick! Okay, ja, die Leiche, zumindest haben wir die Leiche heute schon mal gesehen. Beim nächsten Mal untersuchen wir sie auch. There's several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. What kind of boots? Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Get an exact count. What? Oh! Kritischer Erfolg hier. Nice. Maybe more than 12, no, 8 pairs of boots have shuffled back and forth in the mud. Go over them one by one. Oh. 1. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, number 46. Standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, 44. Hobnailed work boot, steel reinforced toes, 43. Standard work boot, Größe 45 oder 46. Wait, which is it? You don't know. It's a miracle you can tell the prints apart as it is. The cold must have preserved them. Count more. Another standard work boot, steel reinforced toes, 44. An aberration, light as air, 6. Even pace, same make of boot, but number 41. Male or female. Impossible to tell, could also have been an adolescent. The gate is undeveloped. I'm pretty good at this, ain't I? You're not bad. It's as if the whole world darkens, everything else has a thin film of unimportance on it, and the tracks burn in the middle of it in a strange, beautiful way. glowing outline of a standard work boot 46, but the imprints are twice as deep as the others. The weight exceeds 200 kilograms. Oh, okay. And yet another standard work boot 44. There's an aberration in the pattern of the sole, however. The right sole is smoother, more worn. How many? The lieutenant has been tracking your eye's movement. 8. I was pretty off then. I counted 20. The same guys are going back and forth. Wir sind zwar ein Idiot, aber sagen wir mal so, wir rollen, wenn es um Detektivarbeit geht, dann sind wir Superstar. Und ja. Super Hobocop sind wir ja im Moment. I never got the hang of it. Hyperopia. He points to his glasses. Do you see anything out of the ordinary? A heavy one, 200 kilogram imprint. 200? He thinks for a moment. Could it be the combined weight of 2 people, one carrying the hoe, the other who's tied up? Let's say a heavily built worker carrying a similarly built, soon-to-be dead man. He might be right. 200 kilograms of living weight is unlikely. One of them was carrying him over. Possibly, yes. The lieutenant marks something down in his notebook. Light step, number 41 shoe. A woman or a kid? I don't think there's any way to be sure. Understood. Anything else? An aberration. One sole is smoother than the other. Interesting. Let's name it the odd sole. Do you have any ideas, Lieutenant? Someone operating a workbench with a pedal, like a joiner at the harbor? He thinks for a second. Or maybe a drummer. He regrets it the moment he says it. So one of the people we are looking for is a drummer? No, it's not. Forget I said it. We're not looking for a drummer. He raises his index finger. Perhaps it could be a driver. A driver would wear out their right shoe before the left. The accelerator is on the right. Not thoughtfully. We should keep our eyes open around the traffic jam. See whether anyone strikes out as a potential suspect. Seems prudent, no? Yes, prudent. Lieutenant writes the information down in his notebook, then reverts to the tracks in the mud. How old do you think these tracks are? A week, maybe? 7 days would fit the time frame provided to us by the caller who reported the hanging. It's not impossible. How do you know? I pulled last week's forecast for coastal rainfall. 7 days below freezing. The day before, the day of his hanging, was the last warm day. Correct again. Sub-zero temperatures would preserve the tracks in a good state. The commotion here could have taken place a week ago. What do you think happened here? What do I think? A mob of people brought something heavy to the tree. One of them was carrying the victim. They shuffled around, especially under the tree. Then after hoisting him up, they stood in a semicircle facing his direction. At first glance, this appears to be a lynching. Indeed, they all stood in a row here and looked at the tree. We've been through all of it. Okay. Interessant. Okay. Haben wir ja doch schon ein ganz kleines Baby bisschen mit Ermittlungen angefangen. Und zumindest halt mit Tatort Sichtigung. Und ja, da geht's dann beim nächsten Mal weiter.